off Grace, then we can go mend fences. Fair enough.
Yeah, but we're already in.
Alrighty, Soup. Have a good night. Your interview's tomorrow, right? Have a good night. I think his interview's tomorrow. Super excited for him. Have a good night. I think his interview's tomorrow. Super excited for him. Pretty sure.
How do I delete something?
Pretty sure.
How do I delete something?
Select it and hit delete.
All right. Wonderful. Sounds like someone's got their audio looped through a couple times. Wonderful. Sounds like someone's got their audio looped through a couple times.
Got all mine muted.
Sounds like someone's got their audio looped.
It might be because you have the stream up and you're listening to Discord. It might be because you have the stream up and you're listening to Discord. It might be because you have the stream up and you're listening to Discord.
I was gonna say I have my stuff turned down pretty low, so it's not coming through. So I don't even hear it on mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hide behind this white blob that somebody made.
I can't get rid of my little white lines. I'm sorry, guys.
Try Control Z.
Sorry.
I don't know if that works with this.
It doesn't. You have to select it, like box select it, and then hit the delete button.
All right. I'm also going to show you guys something I've been working on that we as DMs have been working on.
Ooh.
Ooh, Last Hope looks fancy.
Yeah.
Man, how do
Is
I...
that the brothel all the way to the southeast?
Oh, we got a small little village.
How do you do the pings?
Hold left click.
Just hold the click.
Chinks.
And if you're a DM, you can be fancy.
What's this? Also, where's the...
Where's the what? Where's the beef?
Where's the blacksmith?
We haven't started labeling everything yet. Literally just got the map put together and thrown up today.
Looks good. I like it. Zoom back in some.
McFuddy, are you up yet?
I am.
He is.
Some of the buildings are a little oddly shaped, but it looks good.
Like a ragtag settlement that was thrown together over
Yeah.
years.
Oddly shaped like Reliquin's head. Get wrecked, what?
Don't start with me, dwarf.
Should have left you to the tentacle.
What's the little house like way down at the bottom?
Not sure yet.
It's got to be the brothel. They said it had
Probably.
to be outside of town, you know.
Sounds about accurate.
I'm okay with
Well, I mean, my character's pretty poor. He barely has a house. It's just this little shack that his master left.
I stay at the inn, so.
I can't afford to stay at the inn.
That's going to be 3 gold a night. Okay, so let's see. Do we have all of our players on Roll20? I know we're all in the Discord. Is everybody on Roll20?
I
think so.
Yep.
Yes.
yes.
I was gonna say, can we move our portraits around a little though?
Yeah, because you guys are everywhere.
I don't even see me. Why don't I have an icon anymore?
You do. You just don't have your picture. Oh, because
That's what I mean.
because it's got the map overlay and he hasn't added it to this one.
Yeah, I don't have your
No,
characters.
I mean my little icon at the bottom. It's the pictures.
Oh, I don't know.
You probably have your settings set to where it shows names only rather than images.
Well, I see everybody else's pictures. Mine just shows a pattern.
Have you put it into your account already?
Pretty sure I did.
I don't think you did.
You probably did it wrong. Knowing
Okay,
Sydney.
so you have to back out of Last Hope and go to the initial Roll20 screen. In the upper right-hand corner is your name with a drop-down arrow. Click on profile and you upload your picture there. Then when you come back into Last Hope, it should show your picture.
Okay, I'll do that later. I don't want to hold everybody up.
This is the time to do it during prep time.
I mean, we're technically past prep time.
No, we have 30 minutes, so we're 12 minutes left of prepping.
Oh, I thought we were starting prep at 7:30.
No,
Time.
prep starts at 7, game starts at 7:30 my time.
Oh.
And it's 7:18 right now.
No, my time.
Well, that's good then because I need time to go get a cable to charge my headset.
That is why we do this, so we can make sure all the audio and visuals and everything's working.
I have done it. I have located Quentin.jpg.
File is corrupt. Please reboot.
Well, so is Quentin.
Hey, Quentin's a good boy.
Are you sure about that?
Quentin just doesn't like murder hobos.
I swear to God, you call my character a murder hobo?
Like a murder hobo?
Well, seeing
Yeah, that is a very.
I was gonna say, seeing as how it's considered a derogatory term in D&D, it's very insulting.
You deserve it.
Probably, but that's beside the point.
Oh, I almost uploaded a picture of my boob.
Oh, that's not wanted.
You know what I'm talking about, right? I showed you that one before.
Yeah, when you were screen sharing with us.
I really wish I could move that, and I don't see anywhere to move it, and that kind of sucks.
I could upload my picture as a picture of my cat.
Nope, that doesn't do it. Well, Gripsy Daisy is what it is.
Whoopsie whoopsie. So let me check to see if I can remember it. I can't remember. Okay. There is a chat you can do. I think it's WDM/WDM, or maybe it's Whisper DM, and you can actually send me a message directly, and none of the players see it, but only me.
I wasn't sure if you wanted us to do in Discord or on
In the Roll20 chat, I'll see it faster. I'm not looking at the Discord chat, and so I probably won't see any individual chats that I get there for the next bit.
Okay.
And it's Whisper GM.
Whisper GM. There we go.
For me, because everybody can see my stream.
It's kind of like whispering, but not.
Right? And it's like, oh, I'm going to whisper out loud for everybody to see.
Whisper yelling. Okay. Secret hi, said from someone. I'm not going to say who. People are writing messages to the DM secretly. Nothing like that is going to be available in town, though. Question is, can I type chat back to some people? I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out. All right.
You want me to Google it real quick?
What was that?
You want me to Google it real quick?
You can. I don't know how much we'll need it.
If you're gonna whisper back, you whisper name message /W the name message.
Yeah, but your guys' names are 42 characters long. I don't want to type all that.
The top function's for.
All right. So let's see. We've bought everything that needed to get botted.
I think so.
And if I remember right, Snow's the one who's pulling lead on this, yeah?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So is everybody's mics working? Like everybody's sure that your microphone works, that you've got your character sheet, everybody's ready for everything, yeah? Because I know we're still 7 minutes early, but we could start early.
No, you tell me.
Yeah, well, that worked for us, Sylvia.
Calamity mic working, character sheet ready.
Perfect.
Reliquin mic working, character sheet ready.
Thorin's good.
All right. And you're up and going, Quentin?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was just stuffing my face.
That's A-okay. That's A-okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to let you take charge in just a minute, Snow, but just welcome to the game. I know that I haven't DM'd for Master Froggy in this campaign yet, so welcome. And just as a friendly reminder, every time we start, I try to remind people, like, this world, it doesn't care about you. This world was made and you guys kind of invaded it. And so realize that there are challenges in this world that aren't meant for you to fight. This isn't like a normal campaign. In a normal campaign, if I had characters who went up against a dragon as level 2s, I would find a way for them to live so we didn't start over. This is not that. If you go up against a dragon and you make it mad, it will incinerate you. If you make the wrong move, bad things happen. Really, I'm more on your side than anything. All I'm doing is I'm just following through with the world that we've already made and rolling the dice. And so think things through and be smart as you go through it. Make sure that you're working as a team. And yeah, let's make some exciting things happen. Yeah, don't cut down sacred trees. Or do, you guys get to make your own decisions. I'm not gonna tell you can't do something unless you're dead. I will always let you try. I might encourage you to not try certain things, but if you really want to do it, I ain't gonna stop you.
Cutting down the sacred tree kind of goes against both my self-preservation and my morals as a druid.
Imagine. All right, well, with that, Snow, I do believe that you were the leader of this ragtag group of peeps.
Alrighty. Hi guys, how you doing tonight?
Pretty well. How are you doing, Quentin?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty early in the morning right here. Sun's just coming up. You guys all wanted to go and explore the cave again, yeah?
Is Gazelle not going to be able to join us this time?
I think she's not going to be able to attend. But man, I gotta stick with this dwarf again.
Listen, Wood Elf. It's enough of your sass.
Hey, children. Don't make me put you in the corners. Get your little duds.
Coming from a half elf, that's laughable.
Well, at least I got the human sensible side.
The only good thing we can say about you.
You just stop by the fountain and fill up my water skins, but then I'm good to
All right. All right. What time of day are we, or night are we leaving?
We're leaving pretty early in the morning. I'd say like around 8 or 9 a.m.
Okay. In the early morning.
Yep, and we made note of where the stairs were the last time we came down them, so we should have a fairly easy trek up them.
Oh, fantastic. I just figured out how to put some people on some screens and other people's on another. Okay. Perfect. Wonderful. All right. So you guys head out. Where are you headed? What are you doing?
We are heading back up the mountain to check out the cave again. Go visit the cave and see what's going on in there. See if we can delve a little deeper.
Okay. It's probably going to take you, you guys know the route, you know how to get up the mountainside, where the curves are and everything like that. I'd say it probably takes you half a day to get back to the cave.
Some good old mountain climbing.
Yep. All right. So what is the marching order?
I'll take up second.
We'll take point.
Let's see. Oh, Corona's not here. Whoops. Let's see. We've got Calamity, Quentin, Reliquin, Sylvia, and Thorin. If you guys want to organize yourself, North being moving forward. I know we're on a world map, but if we weren't, how would you be walking?
I'll take up the middle.
Okay. Wonderful. And we're walking in a straight line. Okay. And you guys.
Go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah.
So.
The party
Your
goes marching.
failed.
So I'm curious as to what your character's thoughts are right now. In 50 years, nobody has ever left this town and made it back alive, or back at all. And now, within the last short period of time, 4 different groups have left and come back, which you guys have been on a couple of, have left and come back, survived, and everything. So how is your character, what's it going on through their mind as they're heading up towards the cave side right now?
Take that, everyone else before us.
My thoughts are the last time we were in the cave, we left some undead, which I'd really rather purge from this world as they are a affront to my druidic sensibilities.
I'm thinking these people are noisy. Sheesh.
Calamity is thinking, God, it was so funny to watch that little gnome imitate a T-Rex and scare the last.
Reliquin's still having nightmares about him getting gassed to death in the cave the last time, so he's going to be a little more cautious.
Okay.
Thorin's still bitter about Reliquin's stupidity at the lake. Wondering how many more stupid actions this wood elf can make.
My stupidity knows no bounds.
So did anybody else read Corona's diary?
I won't admit to that.
Well, I'm concerned because apparently one of their party tried to cut down the sacred tree of grace.
Yeah, I heard
That
he got a
sounds
boot
like
to the
it's fun.
face.
Yeah, I'm concerned that maybe we need to go. I mean, we had a very good relationship established with Grace and not really with Glory, but, you know, close.
I might have taken a peek at that to the humans. Always got to be meddling in ways they should not.
I think we overestimate Grace's opinion of us. I think we're nothing but ants to him, and whether or not he speaks to us is mostly just his warnings anyway. As long as we behave at his tree, I don't think he's going to care one way or the other.
Okay.
I'm more worried about the maps that they found during their last expedition. That can be concerning, especially if the goblins are trying to rouse a raiding party against Last Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a wee bit concerning.
We may need to go explore that at some point.
As you guys are walking, I need everybody to make a perception check for me. $16. Sylvia, yours was so dramatic. It took forever to show up. All right, so Sylvia, Quentin, and Calamity, as you guys are heading up, you notice that there's an eagle perched up on the mountainside, up onto your upper right-hand side. Thorin and Reliquin, you guys notice that you're getting closer to the cave.
Hey guys, there's a mountain ahead of us.
Griffins.
Is that an eagle or is that a griffin?
Oh,
And I point at it.
oh,
It appears to be an eagle from here, but I can't tell for sure.
Hey, last time we got attacked by a griffin up here, so might as well be careful.
It definitely looks bigger than most eagles that you've seen.
I think it might even be a great eagle, a giant eagle. I've heard of them. They are nothing to be trifled with.
Is it in our path? I mean, or is it paying attention to us?
It's watching you. It's got eagle eyes.
Really?
out of character, 10 of 10. Well done.
Out of character. Are you serious? You had to go with that kind of joke?
Oh, that's
You leave his
the
name
only
alone.
joke.
Keep your mouth shut, piracy.
I'm sorry, but that was just.
Oh, if that was much, that's gonna kill you in this game. That's gonna be worse than any monster I might throw at you.
The groaners.
That's right. All right. Do you do anything about it, or you just keep?
Serious laughter on the party.
Yeah. You guys just keep marching on. I know someone just got a bow. Chicken tastes good. Yep. You guys are all answering at the same time. It's hard to keep track.
I know, right?
I'm confused. What's going on now?
What are you guys gonna do? Just keep walking up, or what?
I think I still think we cautiously approach, continue making our way up the mountain and the stairs.
Yeah, let's just keep our eye on it.
Perfect. Well, he has his eye on you, and give me like 30 seconds, guys.
Yep. Let's maybe not let the dwarf be, left out on one end or the other. Giant eagles could just, carry me away like it's nothing.
I was gonna say, if we hold him up, maybe he'll get taken away and distract the eagle while we venture into the cave. I'm sure he'd be fine.
Offer him up as a peace offering.
Exactly.
Wow.
Here's lunch. Just let the rest of us go.
Wow.
I offer the dwarf as tribute.
You see the eagle as he's watching you. He stretches his wings out, and his wingspan is phenomenal. It's ridiculous how far he can spread. It looks like probably about a 5-foot tall bird. His wingspan is probably close to about 10 or 15.
Calamity's gonna go try to go stealthy.
Yeah, go ahead and make a check.
Personally,
Do
I
we
don't
have-
think it's going to be worth it trying to stealth past a bird like this. It's going to have massive perception.
Do we have a range on this bird?
Yeah,
How high it is in its relation to the cave entrance?
it's about 60 feet above you, off to the right-hand side. And you're just going to keep walking straight, so you'd have to not walk in front of it because he is way higher up the mountainside than what you're going to get to, but you'd have to walk past where he is if he was down at your level.
I think we'll be okay as long as we don't show fear. If
No
we show
fear, no
fear,
aggression.
I say we
yeah,
just
if we
go
show
for it.
fear, we might trigger its predatory instinct.
I missed what you said, Sylvia. The half elf was talking too loud again.
I say we just go for it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Fantastic.
I've got arrows in case it attacks, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm in the back of the line, so I'm good.
Cool. So as you guys just keep going on, you see the eagle jumps from its perch and takes off and starts to glide through the air. And it kind of flies almost in a circle around where you are, and then it starts to descend right upon where you guys are at.
I move quickly into the mouth of the cave.
All right. As you head into the cave, the bird cuts you off and it actually lands in front of where you guys are at. And just stands there and spreads its wings out and just kind of looks at you from the side of its head. I wouldn't say he's in the middle of the path. He's just right off the side of the path.
Hey, druid, what is it saying? What does it want?
Well, it'll take me about 10 minutes to prepare a speak with animal.
It shakes its head no.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah. What are you wanting to insight?
Trying to determine the eagle's
Intentions.
intentions. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see it. So with a 14, it doesn't seem aggressive.
I want to cast Good Berry and then go and offer the eagle one of my berries.
Okay. Now Calamity, what did you say, the eagle?
We mean you no harm?
And it like bows its head as if it understands you, and it like flaps its wings a little bit.
Start casting
I
speak
think-
with animals. If it wants to chat, it'll hang around for 10 minutes while I cast.
I think it understands me.
It shakes its head yes as it reaches out and eats the good berry.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm casting speak with animal.
I'm just gonna stand here and look gorgeous.
That's going to be a charisma check, I think.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Obviously, you'd make me do it.
All right, Sylvia. Great. The bird eats another berry.
I'm pretty sure that's a persuasion check. Maybe sleight of hand.
Oh yeah. Just because I could.
You are standing looking so pretty. The bird shakes its head. No.
My Reliquin, you are looking fancy today. Did you do something different to your armor?
Well, you know, I did just have it washed. I mean, how does it look?
Leave its
Anyway,
helmet else to
back
be
to the
vain.
eagle. Are you here protecting something?
It shakes its head no.
Are you here guarding something?
It shakes its head no.
Why are you here?
It spreads its wings out and just kind of flaps it a little bit and then looks at you sideways.
Are you preventing us from entering the cave for our protection?
It shakes its head no.
Do you
I
want to
wanna ask.
accompany us?
It shakes its head no.
I ask it if it'll let me go into the cave.
Yeah, it shakes its head yes. It even like opens its right wing, showing you the direction of the cave.
Cool. I'm gonna walk towards the cave.
Okay.
Well,
Are
I'm
you
just
here?
still casting.
Are you here for a reason?
It just kind of flaps its wings and looks at you.
Well, we have one here that can speak to animals, but he takes a little bit of time before he can be understood and understand you. So, hi.
And it like bows its head again.
You seen any griffins in the area?
Shakes its head yes.
Is there a nest nearby?
It shakes its head yes.
About how far away?
And it just opens up a wing and points out in the distance.
Are you friends with the griffin?
It shakes its head no and lets out a caw.
Do you want us to eliminate the griffins?
Kind of just looks down and scratches at the rock. Doesn't seem like
Denial.
This bird wants plausible deniability.
Exactly. That's what I was
Do
thinking.
you have troubles with the griffins?
just continues picking at the rock.
How do you understand us?
Turns its head to its side.
Are you, Druid?
Well, it takes 10 minutes. You guys just keep questioning it while I cast. I'm not sure how long.
Interrogation is hard when you can't understand it.
So let's all twiddle our thumb for 10 minutes.
Shut about that deck of cards.
I have dice. Anybody want to play?
I'm down.
I'm kidding.
Wow. Way to ruin a good potential time.
I'll wager 2 gold pieces.
All right. As you guys are all sitting down, the bird kind of looks around through you, jumps down off its rock and starts walking up towards one of you. And its talons reach up to someone's bag. Let's see whose bag it is.
Be the dwarf, be the dwarf, be the dwarf, be the
Be
dwarf.
the wood elf. Be the wood elf. He looks like such a tasty meal today.
Looks like it walks up to Sylvia sitting there meditating on the ground. Its talons reach up to its bag and just opens it and puts its beak in and starts rooting around in its bag.
That's very rude.
I offer the bird a cup of water.
It perks up and walks over and drinks the water out of your cup.
I offer the bird a ration.
Yeah, it rips right into it and just eats it up.
So it's probably been about 10 minutes by now. I think my spell goes through, I would assume.
Yep. Yeah, you're finishing up your ritual right about now.
Okay. So it goes through, and I'm like, "Hail, bird. What's the dealio?"
Hungry?
You're hungry?
Yes. It shakes its head yes.
I still have a little bit of jerky snake meat from our first trip, and I offer that to the bird.
Oh, he nearly swallows it whole.
That was the last of my snake meat.
I'm gonna give it 2 more good berries, which are supposed to be pretty filling.
Yeah. It eats them right on up.
Are you able to understand this bird yet, Druid?
Yes, I can. He says he's hungry.
Feed him the wood elf. Should be a sufficient meal.
Does the eagle have a nest near here?
I asked the bird
Yes.
if there's anything else he looks like. I asked the bird, how is it that you understand people?
I'm not unintelligent.
That is fair.
If I get a running kick, do you think I can punt this dwarf all the way back to Last Hope?
It just kind of looks at you sideways.
Is there any advice you would give travelers through here?
Fly. It's faster.
We are not capable of flight, unfortunately.
Speak for yourself, Druid.
And you're surprised that I understand you, but you can't even fly? I learned that as a chick.
Yes, but you have wings. We do not.
Well, that's why you're the prey and I'm the predator.
Can you ask well, I can ask the eagle. Eagle, do you have a nest near here? Do you have a name?
It shakes its head yes. To the nest question. I didn't hear what your next question was.
Do you have a name?
No. No real need for that.
We have come to clean the undead taint from the cave nearby. We wish you well, Eagle, but we must continue on our journey.
Okay.
Are you of any assistance? Are you in need of any assistance before we venture into the...
No. And it spreads out its wings and it eats those 5 berries and just enjoys the pet. The bird does not smile, for it has no lips.
Well, we wish you good day, sir, as we continue on.
All right. It watches you guys, and as you leave, it flaps its wings and it just takes off.
I holler at the eagle before it takes off.
Uh-huh.
Got a question for you before you
Okay.
take off.
Yes.
Have you seen any large amounts of goblins lately?
Yes.
Does it look like they're heading towards that human settlement down the hill?
They move all over. They don't taste good, so I don't bear them much mind.
I wonder.
Well, we thank you for your assistance, Eagle.
Are you willing to do me a favor, Eagle, in exchange for this griffin? And I pull the griffin meat out of my bag.
What?
Do you think you can go scout out those goblins to see if they're organizing for some kind of attack?
I could do something.
I mean, come on. It's 2 pounds worth of griffin meat right here.
It is a good day's lunch. I'll take the meat.
I'll give you half of it now and half of it on your return. That way you have plenty of sustenance.
Okay.
Okay, so I cut it in half.
And it picks it up with one big old talon. And then just flaps its wings and leaves towards the town.
Bye, eagle.
And into the cave you go.
Now, I have this previously mapped.
Alright, I'm going to place you guys down, but go ahead and change your marching order however you'd like.
Oh, we don't keep our map from last time?
Do you remember it?
Yes, we were in the big room. We were up to where the two undead were in the caged off.
Perfect, so you should know how to get back.
I take two steps forward and one step back.
No, that was 5 steps forward and 3 steps back, but I do have a map.
Alright, so then you'll know how to go.
Hold on 1 second.
Make it a lot easier on yourselves if you know where you're going.
I remember that this entrance does not go anywhere, but there was water coming from somewhere in this room.
There are 2 entrances, one right away, pretty much, and I didn't get to explore it. It was very wet. We went down the second.
Mm-hmm.
It should be over here.
Yep.
1 second, guys. I'm trying to share this picture.
And the other question you guys need to ask yourselves is, that's the direction that you went last time. Is that the direction you're going again this time?
I think yes. There were 3 doors that we did not explore last time. Those portcullis?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say that word.
Portcullis?
Portcullis.
My apologies, Savager.
Would that go in character channel or not?
Yeah, you can put it in the in-character channel. I'm fine with it. I think that's a great place for it to be. It's where you're sharing it with the other characters.
Yeah, but it then will share with everybody who has a character. And
Yeah, that's okay. They won't remember it.
We'll always remember.
If you want, I can make a new chat for you guys to be able to put it in, though.
That would be better, thank you.
Yeah. Let me make that here in just a second. Well, I'll let you post it here on Roll20.
I don't know where I would do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would just show up in the chat box or not. All right.
Regarding what?
The map.
A picture.
You can upload it and then probably just post the URL.
How about I prove to you I have the map and then you can open it up? How's that?
Might be different now though.
Caves magically change?
They do in this world. You never know, man.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna make a perception check and look for traps as I go around this corner.
Okay. I'm going to post it right here. You guys should be able to click on it, and it should give you the invite into that channel, I think. I'm not 100%. All right, so Sylvia, you're going up around that corner and checking?
Yeah, I rolled an 8. It says 4, but it lies.
That's not even possible at the 1d4 plus 4. You'd have to at least get a.
Yeah, I think my macro's a little broken.
And you're searching the first jut?
Yeah.
All right. And you hear a dripping sound.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to assume that that's the active party channel. Is that what that is?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, my camera's kind of crappy.
Perfect. Looks you guys got a map there. I don't know if all of you guys can see it, but
Oh, I can see it.
cool.
I don't believe I can.
I can't see it either.
Okay.
I got it. Hold on.
I may need Calamity to step away from her.
There. They should be able to see it now.
Okay. Piracy made one. It looks like Calamity has
Unfortunately,
one.
it makes it to where everybody can see it, but
Well, here. Yes, I've got the pictures from Calamity here. Yeah, and with this, it's enough for you guys to see some stuff. I'm not going to reveal everything, but I will reveal quite a bit of what you guys have seen. Thanks to those maps. And then we'll check your map again once you get to anywhere new.
When you seem a little on tilt.
Just making sure everything's fine and dandy, checking everything from all angles.
I'm going back to that original turn and checking, see what I can see.
I feel like we're missing some people. Elf.
Okay, so as you look around the corner, remind me, Calamity, do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do. Okay, so you can see, so with dark vision, when it is dark, by the way, does anyone here not have dark vision? If not, you have troubles. But I'll get back to that in a second. So with dark vision, you can see in darkness as if it is dim. And so you can see there's a liquid dripping from the ceiling and splashing on a tile right about here. There, in the corner. I don't know why it's not showing up. There we go.
Okay, it's not covering the whole, just that corner.
Yeah, it's just hitting the corner, and then as far as you could tell, there's a little bit of a puddle there, but it looks like it's just kind of seeping into the cracks of the ground and kind of dissipating.
Does it look like there's an indentation, like this has been dripping for a very long time, or
Yes.
is it, acid eaten, or any kind of, visual clue before I get too?
It's really hard to tell with how dark it is. But yes, you can see there is at least a dip of some sort that it's pooling in.
Okay, I'm gonna use the cantrip Dancing Lights.
Okay. The whole hallway there lights up. And you can see it is not water, but it is a black, oily substance that is dripping from the roof.
I'm going to quietly look back down the original hallway and see if anybody's close by. I can tell them all, hey, come here.
All right. Did the rest of the crew wait, or did you guys already surmount that corner?
I was waiting to see them back under where everyone else.
Okay.
Doubled back because, Thorn pointed out that we were missing someone.
Great. So you got most of your crew here.
Up around this other corner, there's some kind of black liquid kind of seeping from somewhere. It's not water. You can definitely see the light. See it in the light that I put there.
Perhaps we should be careful. It could be flammable.
That was my thought. Maybe, Rolliquin, you want to check it out, see if there's any, trap?
Last time I checked for a trap in here, I nearly died.
I know, but you're the best one out of us to check for them. I could, but you're so much better at it than I am.
I feel like you're trying to persuade me.
I will make a persuasion check.
I'm down for it. If she can persuade me, I'll do it. Fuck, I'm doing it.
Shit, I did it too.
Shoot, that was persuasive as fuck.
Right?
Nice knowing you, Wood Elf.
I'm gonna go ahead and approach slowly. Probably while everybody's peeking around the corner.
Okay.
You should have no problem seeing because the dancing lights are still going, aren't they?
Yep.
I can't remember which one it is for detect traps.
Well, how do you want to detect it? What are you looking for? Just any kind of trap thing in general?
Yeah, basically see if it's rigged to explode, or if it's, if we pass a certain point or press a certain tile. Look for anything that's out of place in this cave.
That will be a perception check. All right, as you're looking around, you start tapping on some of the tiles and trying not to touch the oil, but looking around to see what's there, checking to see if you can find any tripwires or anything. You don't seem to see anything. Seems like it's just oil dripping from the roof.
Can I do like a nature check to see if I can identify like what type of oil?
Sure.
Just a thought, but if this is leaking from the roof, there's either a reservoir up there or a leaking storage container. It seems unlikely that there would be a natural reservoir of oil up in the roof of this cave. So I'm assuming there's another room above us with some kind of storage.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It is a black oily substance. But what he's saying sounds accurate. Maybe there's something up above it. Maybe it's seeping through somehow.
I lost my multi-stream. Can I get one of you guys to link it again?
Yeah. I don't know how, so I'll let Geo do it.
There we go. I went in PM to 2.
Thank you.
And the lights are going to go out about now.
All right, who wants to light the tip of my arrow on fire? We're gonna test this.
You do easily fill the vial with oil. It's over there. The question is, are you waiting for it to drip to fill, or are you filling it from the pool at the bottom? Because if you fill it up from the pool at the bottom, you can just fill up a vial of it. If you're waiting for it to drip into it, it's going to take a while.
I'll do it from the pool and be careful not to get my hand in it and stuff.
Okay.
I want to fill actually 4 of them.
All right, you now have 4 vials with this unknown oil.
Hey, can I buy one of those vials off of you? I want to do a little research with it. Reliquin, were you able to see around the corner at all while you were checking anything out?
I was kind of distracted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sell one to you for 2 gold.
Relican, were you still wanting that arrow caught on fire?
How about 1 gold?
How about a gold and a half?
Oh, splitting on the road is so hard. Let's just go 1 gold, and if it turns out anything really expensive, then I'll give you.
All right, sounds good.
You guys might want to back up a couple feet.
Why? I'm backing up.
All right.
Good luck, Wood Elf. Let me get around the corner before you do it.
I want to see a sleight of hand check for you tying that cloth to the arrow.
Oh, rip.
Can I do it instead?
I think he was doing it, unfortunately.
Can I help him?
Yep, that gives you advantage.
The bard's just as guilty. I want that noted.
All right, so.
We're hide down at the end of the hallway here.
And do you have any bonuses to your sleight of hand?
I do not.
All right, so that's going to be a 13. Great. All right, so you tie it on what you think is sufficient, and then you light this cloth that is wrapped around an arrow, and it is ignited.
Do I need to roll for my shot?
If you're going to shoot it, then yes. And with that, it goes. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Reliquin.
That sounds like an explosion happening.
Dexterity or acrobatics?
Just dexterity. Dexterity saving throw, specifically.
The savings throw, okay.
He did.
You take 9 points of fire damage.
Worth.
Eyebrows a little singed. Your armor's kind of burnt. Got hurt a bit, but you're feeling okay-ish.
It was an adventure.
So did the giant fireball do anything, or did he just succeed in making a fireball?
Singed his eyebrows a little.
Is there still oil pooled on the ground?
Nope, that all burnt up. There's a couple little, tiny little flames where they're still burning down the oil that's there, but for the most part, it's all burnt up.
do we see any fire coming from along the wall or the roof where the oil was seeping from?
It didn't seem to catch any of the drops going up. Nope.
Is there anything behind where or underneath where the oil used to be?
Stone floor with a little dip that oil can pool in.
So that accomplished nothing. Shall we continue and look for an upstairs?
All right, let's continue on, boys and girls.
Okay. Which way do you continue on to?
I'm gonna fall in line behind the druid.
I'm gonna kind of wait for everybody else to catch up. Stop twiddling their thumbs.
I look up this hallway.
Okay.
That was anticlimactic at best.
You're not looking so elegant right now, Ralequin. I wouldn't go there. So it looks like this hallway continues. You guys want to go back the way we were, or what?
Looks like the others bailed on us.
Yeah, I guess we should catch up.
Oh, that's right. I can click on.
Yes.
Perfect. Creepy music on. As you're continuing on, as you get to there, you see the door. It's the wooden door that it's still open as you guys just open the door.
Destroyed the door.
Oh, that's right.
This one, that's a different.
No, this isn't the, yeah, this one you guys just opened.
Oh, okay.
Calamity, I would like to see a sleight of hand check, please. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, you guys are moving up through the cave. You're back to the wooden door that gave you guys so much trouble last time because you forgot to check to see if it was unlocked.
Oh yeah, that door.
Yeah, that's the one that we locked.
No, we locked the one over here. This one's locked on our way out.
No, we locked
Yeah.
this one, and this
No.
one I smashed down.
No. This one that Celia is right by is the one that we locked because the next two you smashed down.
Yeah, this one's locked.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's locked from this side.
You might remember this is where you took some poison to the face.
Reliquin might be having some flashbacks.
I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it. I'm proficient with thieves' tools, actually.
All right, let's go ahead and see that sleight of hand. That door opens up as if you knew exactly where its locks were.
Funny thing.
Click, and it's opened. As you guys look at your map, you remember that this hallway led to nothing over here. Yeah. Oh, it's not letting me do it because I've got my reveal button on. That's why. Okay. And then the door up here is busted down, split in half, and broke open.
I think it still has a mark from where you went through it, Dwarf.
Door never stood a chance.
Is that worm thing not here anymore?
There's just a big pool of blood now.
Nasty. Definitely not ominous at all.
Is
I'm
it
gonna
dried
examine the
blood?
writing.
What was that?
He was asking if the blood was dry or not.
Yep. Yeah, the floor's just stained at this point. Yeah, it still says 5 steps forward, 3 steps back. As you are in the room, it's full of all these different torture devices. You can see there's manacles hanging from the wall, and there's cages that people were put into, and all manners of torture devices.
I wonder if the undead are still here. Thorn whispers.
Well, we should go ahead and see.
And with that, yes, you make eye contact with a wraith as it starts to move closer to you.
It looks like the undead are still here. Back behind the gate, guys.
Well, I got nothing for it.
The door you're looking at in front of you is still broken down, but the portcullis stands.
Can you not aim through the portcullis?
Will
Can you-
arrows shoot a wraith?
Can you undead it or something? Aren't you like a cleric?
I don't have anything to get rid of it. At most, I can make it run.
Wonder if I could make a Molotov with this vial of oil up. Because doesn't that just sound like a great idea?
Have fun with that.
As you see the ghoul come from around the corner and it smashes on the portcullis.
So I am going to cast a second level spell. I'm going to cast Lightning Sphere in this spot right.
Okay. What's it do?
5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And then as a bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet, and if I ram it into a creature, they have to do the saving throw to take damage. And it stops moving that turn. When I move the sphere, you can direct it over barriers up to 5 feet tall and jump it across the pit up to 10 feet wide. The sphere ignites flammable objects not being borne or carried, and it sheds bright light a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay. So you do so, and they fail their dexterity saves by a lot.
So they each take 2d6 fire damage. Let's see here. Do I roll damage individually for each creature, or just?
For all. Oh, I meant one for all. It was the same number though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. And with that, the beast bangs on the portcullis again. And with that, you can see as it shakes, he smashes through the portcullis. Everybody needs to make an initiative roll.
Oh, joy.
Were you able to see my roll? Because I got an error message with it too.
Where's your token?
Yeah. I see my 2 rolls. And then it looks like Calamity got an 8, Thorin got an 18, Quentin got an 8, Ralaquin got a 6.
Okay, so it showed it in the chat, but it didn't send it to the turn tracker.
Yeah, I'm trying to put it on the turn tracker right. But where? Because I have to click this first.
Was it? I showed it. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, there we go. It's very top. That's why. Okay. Perfect. You can go away. You can go away.
Yeah, I'm not on there. It didn't send it to the turn tracker. Should I re-roll, or do you want to have to manually add?
I'll add it. It's no problem.
Alrighty.
Okay, so Calamity got an 8. It's got everybody's numbers wrong anyway. Thorin got an 18. Sylvia, did you make your roll? Yes, 17.
Yeah.
Already edited. Great. Calamity is an 8. Did it just update on me? Oh no, Calamity's on there twice. Thorin's on there twice. Ralaquin got a 6. You don't see yourself now?
I did, but I don't now.
Yeah, he just got deleted.
Alright, I'll delete all of you. Put you all back.
Oh.
Because you guys... No.
No. I don't want to re-roll. I want my 18. It's the best initiative I've ever rolled.
Right?
That's where you need to get your good rolls. On initiative.
No, it's not. I need to get my good rolls on damage spells. Which is where I need to get them. So I'm a little concerned about tonight.
You kind of need to get your good rolls on saving throws there, Kirby.
Yeah.
Listen, my heals come out just fine, thank you. My damage spells have saved us a few times.
There we go. Okay.
Anybody else notice that my hit points on my token change?
No, I
We
can't.
can't see
No,
your
that's
token.
I can see your hit point totals, but I don't think anybody else can see the bars above your head.
It's supposed to be 21. It says 15.
Oh. Well, you're dying. All right, Ralaquin. Can you guys see yourselves in the turn order now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Calamity got an 8. Quentin got an 8. Thorin got an 18. Sylvia got a 17. Did I forget to put Quentin in there?
Quentin's isn't ordered. Yeah, it doesn't have a number.
Okay. There we go.
There you go. 3 8s? Wow.
3 8s. All right.
Oh, yeah. One of the mobs got an 8.
Yeah, so I'm going to have Quentin and Calamity roll again against the ghoul here. See who gets to go first. Just another initiative roll.
Oh, I just did a plain D20.
All right. So it'll go Quentin, Ghoul, Calamity, just like we had it set. All right. Perfect. So with that, the portcullis is smashed open, and as the pieces of wood go flying everywhere, the wraith immediately snuggles up real close, like gets right up in your face, and let's see, it makes its attack. It opens its mouth as it comes in towards you. And what is your AC?
Me? Let's see.
Yeah, Quentin.
My AC is a 15.
All right. As it reaches out, you can see like its gaping maw opening as it comes towards you, and you just kind of push it off with it hits your armor, and you get lucky. Death will not have you right now. That is his move. Actually, he's also going to move. Not that. Where did this wraith go? He's moving into the same space as you.
What does that mean?
Oh, wrong person. All right, but he finishes his turn right behind you. He does move all the way through you first. It is cold. Ties do go to the favor of the monster. The 15 was a different roll.
Oh, okay.
I rolled an 11.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that, it brings it to Thorin.
I am going. Oh wow, just right there.
Right there.
Well, since he's that close, let's change it up a little bit and let's do inflict wounds, which is a spell. It's a first level spell. I'm going to use a first level spell on it. Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Great.
So that's a 1d20 plus 5.
All right. Your spell hits.
All right, 3d10.
Just as a side note, what is this door right here?
Let me see where you're looking. I don't see a door.
It went away.
All right, so you roll 15, you deal 15 points of damage, and as you reach out and put this magical necrotic energy into this beast, it doesn't seem to care.
Yep, that's necrotic for you and an undead.
I was gonna say, don't they, mitigate damage that's necrotic?
Poor choice. Poor choice.
All right, so that brings us to next in line, which is Sylvia.
All right. So, is that little goblin thing around the corner there?
The ghoul? Yes, he's right there, right around the corner.
Hey, where'd my flaming spear go?
Would I be able to hit him from
You can try, but he's got 2/3 cover, which means he has a +5 to his AC.
Alright. I'm going to move here and try to shoot him because I don't think my arrow's going to do anything. It's
The red dot's my flaming spear.
Oh, okay. All right, shoots her longbow, 14. As you do, it looks like it's going to go directly for him until it hits the corner of the wall and bounces off.
shoot, dang. Well, after I shoot, I'm going to move into this room away from the wraith.
Okay. And you moved right past it, so it gets an attack of opportunity, or did you move across to the side? Yeah, makes more sense. Great. There was no way to ask that.
Yeah.
All right. So that leads us to Quentin. Welcome back, Thorn.
Just a second. I accidentally hit back on my mouse. So I have to wait for the 20-second support roll 20 window.
Yeah. They give us money. For what it's worth, the Roll20 subscription looks kind of cool. We've got quite a bit of room to grow before we'll need that, but it gives us just more stuff that we can save on the DM side of things.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm going to move here, and as an action, I'm going to turn into a Deinonychus.
Great.
In this room?
They're about human-sized.
They're medium. So he still takes up the 5 foot. He's just a large beast. You do so. Is that your action or a bonus action?
I'm going to use that as my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to move the flaming sphere to here.
All right. And so within 5 feet.
Slam it into the creature.
Okay. Make the attack throw, or is it a dexterity saving throw?
It's a dex save on the creature.
Great. All right. 1d20 plus 3. Yeah. It opened armed and accept it. What kind of damage are we talking?
7.
7 points of fire damage, yes? All right. Great. That brings us to the ghoul. And the ghoul moves away. Great, Calamity, it's to you.
I'm gonna move there and attack with my rapier and then my dagger in my offhand.
All right.
I think I'm afraid of being put on fire, so I totally miss.
Yep. Completely. You were more focused on the flaming sphere than anything else. Right there, you would have been a little far away anyway. You would have had to move. I'm guessing you would have moved up to where Quentin is and then back, though. But from where you are considered 10 feet away from the ghoul.
Okay.
Just for future. All right, Ralaquin, it's to you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move and then shoot it with my bow.
All right. You do so. Go ahead and make a roll. A 15 connects. Okay. And as you see the arrow, it like sticks within it for a second before it falls to the floor. Okay. And then that brings us to our wraith. All right. He's coming for you now, Thorin.
Great.
And so again, he opens his mouth as he comes to give you just a kiss.
Oof.
What's your AC?
14.
14. All right.
Out.
I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Nah, you probably won't feel a thing.
Oh,
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's good because it would have reduced your hit point maximum. You still take 25 points of damage.
Yeah, that's -6 for me then.
All right. He is downed.
So it just evens me at 0, right?
Yep. It just puts you back at 0. All right. And that's going to make it to Thorin.
All right. So how do
Who
I
has to
do?
make a? I think you make a death saving throw.
Yep.
Wait,
You
how do I do that?
just a D20. If it's double digits, it was a success. If it's a single digit, it was a fail. A 20 counts as 2 successes, and a 1 counts as 2 fails. Once you get 3 successes, you're awake. Once you get 3 fails, you're dead.
Okay.
That is a success. Don't die. That'd feel bad. All right, Sylvia.
you could hear the remorse.
Oh. Shoot, he was the one that did the fire damage, right? In the first.
No,
No, that's whose spear is that? Is that Quentin?
Quentin's.
Yeah, that's Quentin's.
Oh, cool. Can I do a help action on him as my turn?
A help action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The wraith took 2d6 for ending its turn in presence of its own.
Oh, great. Go ahead and roll for that if you would. All right, wonderful. It's happened a couple of times now where you've hit him with this flaming ball of fire, and you'll notice it doesn't seem to be hurting him as much as you wish it would be. It's definitely causing him discomfort and pain, but not as much as you'd like. So Sylvia, yeah, you can take the help action, and that gives him advantage.
Yeah, I want to do that because I don't have any magical attacks. So yeah.
Okay.
Will that give me advantage on all my rolls this next turn?
That'll give you advantage on whatever he's helping you with, which I believe is just an attack with the sphere. Or I'll let Sylvia.
It doesn't have any rolls. It's just a dex.
Well, I want to help him for like the next spell he does. I don't know if I can do that or what.
Okay. Yeah, help him with his next spell.
Form right now, I can't cast.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I don't know.
Shoot it with an arrow.
Still to you, Sylvia.
Oh, well, I'll just shoot it with an arrow, but I don't think it'll do anything.
All right. Go ahead and make a roll. 14. You watch as it lodges itself right into the wraith's body for a minute, definitely causing it discomfort, and then the arrow falls to the earth.
Yeah, cool. Then I'm gonna back up again.
Okay. You do so. And that brings it to Quentin.
As a Deinonychus, I have 3 attacks, so I'm going to attack with my 3 attacks.
Woo! All right, let's see him.
That's my 3 different attacks.
That's going to be 2 hits.
Okay. And those 2 hits would both be D8 plus 2.
So 2d8 plus 4. Woo! Look at those rolls. And what kind of damage are we dealing here?
1 piercing and 1 slashing. Well, half piercing, half slashing.
Great. Okay.
If you can, Calamity, I would suggest healing Thorin, because I think radiant damage is going to be the key here if you can manage that.
I have an idea.
Okay, it's to Calamity now. The ghoul has taken its turn.
Oh, wait, there was one more thing I wanted to do with my turn.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I can move the sphere to slam it into it and cause it another 2d6.
Okay. Let's do so. All right. Dexterity save from it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be... Oops. Roll d20 plus... That's another fail, so it takes 5 fire damage. Boom. All right. And then it's going to move us to Calamity again.
Okay, I'd like to grab the vial of oily substance and smash it at the ghoul's or the wraith.
Okay. Make a... So you're throwing it at the wraith? Feet, right?
Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so it splashes him, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna want a dexterity ranged attack. That's what it's called. We're gonna make the AC 8 because you're not throwing it very far. But you do get a D8. It'll be a D20 plus your dexterity.
So just like a dex check, right?
Yep. Just like it.
And I'm pretty sure that would pretty instantly be ignited by the flaming orb that sets anything on fire that's not being held or carried.
Perfect. All right. It definitely ignites then. You get it right where you want it to be. It splashes on this wraith. You see the oil like splash up on the wraith as it ignites, and then the oil and the flames just seem to fall through him and back to the floor. But I'll give you 1d6 fire damage that you put on this guy for him being ignited for a second. Nice.
And as my bonus action, I would like to cast a level 2 spell.
I believe bonus, is it a bonus action? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, great. If you can cast it with a bonus action, then yep.
So I will roll 2d4 plus my spellcasting mod.
Yep. Which is charisma.
Oh, that was only one.
Six health. 6 health to Thorin. Definitely wakes him up, makes him feel better. All right. Ralaquin.
Out of character, do I clear my death saving throw at that point? Since
Yep.
I'm back?
Yep.
Okay.
Ralaquin, it is to you.
I'm just gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Shoot away. And with that, it misses. It goes right past its arm. Sticks in the wall behind you.
That's the extent of my turn.
Okay. It's to the Wraith. And the Wraith turns to Quentin and attacks. Gives it the kiss of death. I need a Constitution saving throw. As this thing latches onto you. Did that make it? What is your total HP, Quentin?
Well, my total. Wait, my character's total or as a Deinonychus? Because I have Deinonychus.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, good, because your max HP just reduced by 14, as did your HP. So
my Deinonychus HP went down.
Yep, your Deinonychus's max HP is 14 less than what it used to be.
Okay. And leaves me with 12 hit points as a Deinonychus.
You usually have 12 hit points?
No, I usually have 26.
Oh, okay. Got it. So now you have 12 hit points. Great.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. At this point, you see another creature come from around the corner. And it is just a nasty looking beast. Let me get it. Hold on.
Wraith takes damage from the flaming sphere still.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll for that while I get this beastie.
That's another 8.
Will it also take another from the oil and fire or not? That's done.
It's moved over from it now. Its feet look incorporeal at this point. And so nothing's catching them on fire from down there anymore.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See this creature, this one-eyed creature come around the corner, and it's just kind of looking at everybody. And it singles out the dinosaur in the room, the giant freaking dinosaur. And the dinosaur now needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Got to beat a 12.
I rolled the exact same thing I did the last time.
Yeah, you did. You take some necrotic damage. I believe that means 1 point actually goes to Quentin.
Yep, so I'm back in my normal hit points, and I 1 hit point down.
It's to Thorin. Dazed but awake.
Alrighty, well, we're going to start by casting Guiding Bolt. It's a level 1 spell.
Mm-hmm.
I will get you the information for that one. So we need to make a ranged spell attack, which I think, no, please don't do that, is
That's going to be dexterity.
for spell attack. Is dexterity?
Oh, for a ranged spell attack. I don't know if a ranged spell attack takes your spell bonus or because I know immediately. Yeah, no, you're right. It'd be your spell bonus because a melee one would take your spell bonus.
Yeah, so it'd be your wisdom.
Yeah. And who are you attacking?
The Wraith.
All right, you have disadvantage because you are within 5 feet of him casting a ranged attack.
Ooh, okay.
Dang.
Well, you hit.
Okay, it's going to be 4d6 radiant damage.
4d6, not 46.
4d6.
I was gonna say, dang, yeah.
4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Oh, nice. Teammate's going to appreciate that. And that 18 damage they're going to appreciate even more. That looks so far like the most painful thing this thing has ever experienced, just so you know.
And I'm also going to cast Healing Word, a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First level, so it's going to be a 1d4 plus spellcasting ability modifier plus cleric level, which is 3. So 1d4 plus 5 plus.
Plus your life bonus, right?
Yeah, that's the plus 3.
Oh, okay.
All right. And who you healing?
So plus 12.
I think he's healing himself because he was really
myself.
Really well.
Yeah.
I imagined, but just wanted clarification. And it's
healing myself.
And it's 1d4, not 2d4?
Yes, 1d4 because it was a first level.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Perfect. All right, that brings us to Sylvana.
All right, I'm going to move down into this corner and shoot at that whatever that thing is.
The one-eyed creature.
Yes, that.
All right. You shoot at the beast as it's coming around the corner, and you just miss it as it flies right past its head.
Shooting. That's all for me.
Calamity, have you been able to return yet?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, perfect. So Calamity, it is to you.
I move by Thorin and I attack with my rapier.
Okay.
How did Calamity and I get switched in the order?
I don't know. You're right. That needs to get switched back. I'm sorry, Calamity. It is not to you.
That's quite all right. I didn't even notice because I was AFK. So sorry.
Yeah, I didn't notice because I was.
Yeah,
AFK.
I just got confused.
All right, Quentin, it's to you.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go. Let's see, what do I got for spells? Because I don't want to use my second change yet. I will just use a poison spray on it. It's a Constitution save where it takes a D12.
You also get advantage.
It doesn't take a roll. It's just a Constitution save on the creature.
It would take disadvantage on Constitution.
No, it's the next attack on it gets advantage. It's not very clear in the rules. If you want, we can rule it that way. I don't mind. Or we can give the next person who attacks advantage.
I think it would be better to give the next person that attacks advantage because then the elf can do arrow damage for whatever.
I wouldn't be next.
Calamity.
It doesn't seem like the arrows have been doing much, though.
To be fair, it doesn't look like much has been doing much.
Oh, true, but considering it as an incorporeal being, I don't think physical objects would, by principle, do.
That its damage resistance list is
Ridiculous.
Unless
that
it's,
too.
Well, either way, it needs to make a con save.
All right, but is it making 2 because it has disadvantage, or is it making just the 1? I'll leave it to you guys to decide.
Whatever you guys think.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Just the one it is. It fails.
That's yep. So it takes 1d12. So 11 poison damage, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to hit it with my sphere again.
Okay, so with the poison, and you spray it in its face, you can see it like inhaled as you brought it in, and it seems to have had no effect on him.
Oh, great! It's immune to poison.
But you smash it with a hammer for 2d6. Woo!
High roller there, yeah.
All the damages.
Oh, damn.
All right. This creature is afraid to get any closer, actually, so he just stays there. And that's the ghoul. Calamity. It is to you now. There's the flaming sphere in the air, a wraith that has downed one of your party members and turned one of them back into their human form. We've got this creepy creature up the hall. You just move up and attack it.
Wait, where is Calamity?
She's standing
Thorin.
Right next to Thorn.
She's hiding
I
behind.
don't see her anymore.
She's under Thorns. She's in the same square as Thorn.
He said
Move in and move
move
back.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you said roll with advantage for the rapier.
Yep, that's a 21 for hit, so you definitely do. And then a T-Rex Tooth Dagger. And that's a hit as well. For 10 points of damage with the rapier.
And then my dagger key will show the plus, but I know it doesn't count.
Okay.
So it's one more. So 11 points.
Yeah. Perfect. This creature is looking close to death at this point. It's barely alive. It's not going to stop it from attacking, though. Now, Calamity, as you move back, the creature gets an attack of opportunity as you move out of its range.
Never mind, I won't move away. Can I stay in the same square, or do I have to move?
You don't have to, but you'd have to make Thorin move if you don't move.
I better move. I don't want him getting hit. Go ahead, attack of opportunity.
Okay. Actually, this creature does not have the ability to do that, just according to its attack stat. So actually, you're fine. Got lucky. Any other creature would have hit you. All right, Ralaquin.
Come on, Elf. Put her away.
Out of character question.
Yeah.
Regarding the spherical orb that Quentin conjured, wouldn't that be considered a sunlight source?
It's not the sun, so it's more of a ball of fire. It is a light. It is light, but it's not sunlight.
I was curious because I was looking at the creature data. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm. And just so you know, at a lot of D&D tables, it's considered incredibly taboo to be looking at the monster stats during the battle. Because it changes the way players act sometimes.
Bad boy.
Figures.
Off the knowledge we already had, not off of any knowledge that we didn't.
I know. I'm just letting you know. There's a lot of DMs out there. Like, I'm on a lot of D&D DM channels, and that's one of the things DMs hate the most. I'm not concerned about it because you're not metagaming, but just know in the future there are DMs out there who will throw a fit.
Yeah, I know metagaming is a big problem.
Yeah.
People that are looking at the monster guy.
All right.
You just don't say anything, so I mean.
All right. So what do you do, Ralaquin?
I'm going to move forward and cast a spell.
All right.
I'm gonna occupy right next to Quentin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp.
All right. You do so. Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock to a creature you touch. Make a melee spell attack.
And that takes my spell attack, right?
Yep. Okay. That's a hit. All right. And we've got 3 points of lightning damage going through this creature. It cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Except it's immune to paralysis, so that doesn't apply.
I know.
That's why I didn't bring it up.
All right. It's to the Wraith. Oh, and then Ralaquin, you either need to move back or...
Yes, I'm going to
Okay.
use my bonus action to disengage.
Oh, can you use that as a bonus action?
Yes, I can because of cunning action.
Nice. That's cool. All right. Fantastic. All right. The Wraith attacks Quentin.
My AC is 15.
He got a 17 because he gets +6.
So another Constitution save.
Another Constitution save.
I don't remember what I had to have.
I don't remember either. Let's check. It's a 14.
I rolled a 13.
Yes.
Dang.
With that, that means your max health is reduced by 23.
That leaves me at exactly 0 hit points.
If brought to 0, your character is dead. Does that bring you to 0 max hit points?
That leaves me with 1 max hit point.
Oh, then you're not dead. You have 1 hit point. You're down for sure, but not dead.
Wait. When I took the damage the last turn, it was reducing the.
Yep.
Or no, because I went down because of the eye thing, didn't
The eye did blast someone. If you took 1 point of damage,
you untransformed from the Deinonychus and took 1 damage from the eye thing, from the necrotic damage there. So
Okay,
you
so
one
yeah.
taken down.
So I have 1 hit point. I have 1 maximum hit point, and I'm at 0.
okay. Oh, good, because I thought you died. All right, and you're downed, and Calamity gets the eye from this creepy beast thing and needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, that die does not want to drop. Okay, 17.
That breaks my concentration on the flaming orb, which is gone now.
Yes. Yep. All right. You succeeded, so its gaze does not seem to bother you at all. Thorin, it's to you.
Oh, the things. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Just so you know, looking at this creature, it barely looks alive, but it definitely looks like it has a lot more health than your friend does.
Okay. Out of character question, cantrips don't count against my spell slots, right?
Correct. Cantrips you can cast all day.
He literally has 1 hit point. Let's go ahead and cast Sacred Flame, which is a cantrip, on the Wraith. It needs to do a dexterity saving throw. which my spell DC is a 13.
Passes.
Okay. And bonus action, no. We're gonna call it good for now.
Okay. Sylvia.
All right. Could I stuff a good berry down? Is it Quentin that is down right now?
Yep.
Because a good berry heals 1 hit point. So if I stuff that down his throat, would he get a health from that?
Yeah, he'll be at full health.
Yay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I'll call that your bonus action, reaching down and putting a berry in his mouth.
All right, cool. Then I want to move for my normal action, move over to this slot to my right, and shoot at the eyeball creature thing again.
Okay. You hit.
Sweet. And then I'm going to move back afterwards.
Great. Perfect. Quentin, you're up and at full health.
Okay, I'm going to take a disengage action and move over here.
I imagine. Okay. You do so. Was that it?
And as my bonus action, I'm going to turn into a tiger. I need me some hit points.
All right. Oh, thanks, Hollywood. All right. Yeah, let's get you that health back. Okay. And that leaves it to the ghoul, who is no longer afraid of a giant ball of fire and comes in to give Ralaquin a hug. As he comes running in, that's going to be, what is your AC, sir?
14.
14, okay. Its claws come out, and as it scratches at you, it completely misses, and you go unscathed. And that leaves it to Calamity.
I'm going to move up. I'm going to do my attack with my rapier and my dagger.
Okay. All right. So your rapier misses, but your tooth dagger just nails it right in the gut. Or is that 2 points of damage, right?
Correct, 2 points.
Okay. Slowly but surely chipping away at this thing. All right, Ralaquin. It's to you. You've got a new friend.
I'm gonna greet it with my short swords.
All right, let's see it. Beast has been in hiding most of the time. All right, your first swing with a 9. Yo, no, you rolled terribly. You swing twice and miss, just like you guys are like dancing together as the claws come at you. Your swords are bashing around it, but neither of you are touching each other. That leaves us to the Wraith. The Wraith moves over to Sylvia and makes an attack. What is your AC, Sylvia?
The AC, I think, is 14. Let me check. Yeah, 14.
Now, Thorin, because the Wraith moved out of your range, you do get an attack of opportunity if you'd like. You have to use a weapon.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and use my Warhammer.
Okay?
So do I just like a normal attack?
Just a normal attack. And that hits.
So 1d8 plus.
As this thing tries to move out of your way, your giant hammer comes swinging down and crashes upon this Wraith, dealing 6 points of damage. And it moves over and attacks you, Sylvia. What was your AC?
14.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see if my macro works.
Your max HP is decreased by 21.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm dead.
Like it puts you at 0 or below 0?
My max hit points right now is 17.
17, so 21 will take you to below 0. And with that, that is the first death that Last Hope has had in a while.
Oh no.
Go ahead and describe your last moments.
Very quiet at last.
And I'd like to know how everybody reacts to the fact that Sylvia just had the life sucked out of her body and just fell limp.
Thorin is speechless.
I'm still reeling from my attack from the Wraith.
Ralliquin shows no emotion.
Calamity isn't sure that the drow's really dead.
With that,
I've seen people go down so many times,
right?
and
Yeah.
then get back up. So
Unsure of how permanent this is. Yeah. All right. And then I'm gonna send you a message, Master Froggy,
Sure.
on Discord. But that leads it to the Nothic, and he's still staring at you, Calamity. So I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
before you reveal what happened, can I use Bardic Inspiration and re-roll that, or add to my dice?
If that's what it allows you to do, then yes.
I think you had to have chosen to use Bardic Inspiration before you did the roll, though.
Whether or not it says the successes or fails, and I didn't say either way yet.
Oh, okay.
It does say one ability check, so I should be able to do it, and you haven't determined what happened, right?
Correct. Yep, you're all good.
So I roll a 1d6 and add it to it.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough.
No, ma'am, that will not do it. So as this thing looks into your eyes, you just get this uneasy feeling, and you take necrotic damage. The same thing that just dropped Master Sylvia. You take 11 points of necrotic damage. It doesn't subtract your max hit points, but sure hurts. And that brings us to Thorin.
Well then. Can my out of character? Can my attack be a bonus action or no?
In order to use an attack as a bonus action, it has to be with a weapon that is light, and in your other hand, you must also be holding a light weapon.
It is not light.
Ha.
It's versatile.
It is not light.
Versatile, but it is not light.
You also have to get closer to hit.
Right. You know what, let's just go ahead and I'm going to swing with my Warhammer at the Wraith.
Okay. And you rolled a 12, yes?
No, sorry about that. I accidentally hit
Oh.
a button while I was setting a macro.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that was relevant. Yeah, you connect with this thing. When everything, every fiber of your being comes crashing down upon this.
That's a 1d8 plus 2.
All right, for 7 points of damage. All right. Quentin, it is to you.
This thing still isn't dead.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to move to underneath Ralaquin. And since I moved over 20 yards towards this thing in that turn, it's going to count as a pounce attack. So I need to do a claw attack on the little zombie ghoul thing there.
Okay. And where did you move to?
I'm under Ralaquin.
Okay.
I was over here.
Yeah.
To here. So let's see. That's a +5 to hit from the tiger. Okay, so a d20 plus 5.
That's going to be a hit.
Okay, then it needs to make a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
All right, a DC, what saving throw?
Strength, DC 13.
Right. Okay. D20.
And it still takes 1d8 plus 3.
Oh, and it very much goes prone.
Which means as a bonus action, I can also take a bite attack.
Okay. And you deal, how much damage did you say you deal for doing that? 9 points of damage.
9 damage.
9 bludgeoning or slashing?
Slashing. 9 slashing.
Okay.
And then the bite will be 1d10 plus 3 pierce.
Okay.
Oh, and I have to make an attack roll for the bite first.
But with it being a melee attack, and he's down, you get advantage.
Okay.
That's a hit.
I did the second roll just in case it was a crit.
Yeah, it's always worth taking. So you dealt 6 points of damage with that one?
Yep, 9 and 6 on the ghoulie zombie. The Zuliga.
The Zuliga.
There is only Zool.
As you do, your claw comes down and just smashes, then you rip its head off and it just dies.
And then I will move back up one spot because Reliquin was standing right.
Yeah. Lady Kid, I appreciate you keeping people informed with what these things mean. All right, and that brings it to Calamity.
A little freaked out by the eyeball thingy, but I'm going to attack with my rapier and
Rapier and dagger.
oh yeah.
All right, the rapier hits. The dagger does not connect. What kind of damage are we talking about?
Do I roll twice or do you just double it?
You roll twice and then you add the +2.
So 18?
You watch it just kind of disappear.
No. 14.
Okay, still. You watch it as it like disappears from existence. It just fades like a cloud being blown away.
Then is my bonus action.
Okay, sounds good. All right. That brings it to Reliquin.
I'm gonna go ahead and move. And I'm going to swing with my short sword.
Okay. I'm going to say no, Thorin. I'm sure there is, but it's not a rule I know, so I don't usually enforce it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So your first sword, it connects, and the second one, it misses. Go ahead and roll for damage on the first one.
Just ignore the second one.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Dealing 6 points of damage. Perfect. Well, blow for blow, it attacks right on back.
I was actually gonna use my bonus action to.
You used your bonus action to attack with your offhand and you missed.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
That's okay. His claws come at you. First one is a 15, second one's a 7. What's your AC?
14.
Four. All right. One you feel just graze against your armor, while the other one grabs you, and it does 1d6 plus 3. 7 points of some kind of slashing damage. Okay. And that brings us to Thorin.
Thorin is going to switch to his short bow and shoot at the one-eyed monster.
Okay. You miss. Probably the hubbub of putting your giant hammer down, pulling out the bow, and trying to get the shot off as quick as possible causes the arrow to go way over this thing's head. Quentin.
We're gonna put someone's eye out.
That was the intent.
Okay. I am going to move here and use a claw attack to attempt to knock this thing prone.
All right. You hit. Needs to make a strength check, correct?
Yep, DC 13. And it takes 9 points from the claw damage.
9 points from the claw. And he rolled a 15. Does that... I don't remember what you said he had to hit.
It was 13, so yeah, he saves. He doesn't go.
All right. He's hit, but he holds his ground.
So I kind of bounce off and I end up behind him here.
Perfect. Rawr. All right, Calamity.
I'm going to move over to Sylvia.
Okay.
And see if I can get Sylvia to eat the piece of fruit.
Okay. Not even gonna make you make a check. There's nothing coming from Sylvia. As you might move their jaw and everything, but it doesn't even seem like they're breathing.
Guys, she's not even breathing. I try to cast healing word.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
As level 1, just so.
Yep.
It's 1d4, right?
Yeah. Plus your spellcasting ability.
I'm sorry, I can't seem to find my button I made for that. So it's 1d4 plus 5.
Plus, yeah, if that's your spellcasting.
My spell attack bonus is 5.
Perfect. Nothing seems to happen.
Guys, that didn't even heal her. And that's the end of my turn.
And that brings us to Ralaquin.
More as a tiger, as if to say we have more pressing concerns at the moment.
I did not mean to hit that dice.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ralaquin, please.
I was trying to tab out and accidentally clicked on the wrong thing.
All right. Well, it is to you, Ralaquin.
I'm gonna swing at it with my sword.
Okay, both of them hit. Sounds good, Master Froggy. Okay, dealing 11 points of damage to this thing. Knocking it back, and it looks bloody and disgusting. And as in last time, it attacks you again. And it gets +4. Trying to hit your AC of 14. And it looks like the first attack hits and the second one misses. Misses miserably. Okay. Which means it deals 1d6 plus 3. You take 9 slashing damage. And drops to the floor. Another party member downed. All right, that brings us to Thorin.
I'm going to move up and straddle over Ralaquin, and as I'm walking up, I throw my bow back on my back and pull out my warhammer and swing for the eye.
All right. You connect with that eyeball. Critical hit, double the rolls, add your bonus. And your hammer goes right through its eye, smashing it, taking it all the way through to its brain, and the beast falls limp to the floor.
Okay, I'm going to use my last second level spell and heal Ralaquin.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's what you get, you giant eyeball. Yeah, we are no longer in need of initiative if you do that.
If you would rather, I can heal us with 1.
Oh yeah, I mean you heal so much better than I do. I just don't want another party member to die. I'm devastated.
I'm going to go ahead and start casting Prayer of Healing. It's going to take 10 minutes to cast, but I need everybody to be within 30 feet.
Okay. Well, your partner Ralaquin is going to have to make death saving throws because he is out. And so over the next 18 seconds, he'll have to make 3 of them. So if we have to wait 10 minutes.
How about I cast Word of Healing to at least try and heal him a little, and then you can do the fancy dancy stuff.
Better yet, prior to that, can I use a cantrip and do Sacred Flame? Or not Sacred Flame, Spare the Dying?
Yep, you can do that.
To make him stable?
Yep.
Alright, so I use Spare the Dying to make him stable, and then I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing, which is a second level spell, and it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Great.
Please do that. I take a look around this room just from where I'm at as a tiger still before I decide to change back.
Yeah.
I'm looking for anything valuable then, since I can't really help.
I'm still on edge from the adrenaline from the almost down.
I harvest what I can off of Sylvia.
Okay. You,
Like,
Sylvia.
not cutting Sylvia up. I mean, like.
I figured you meant taking their supplies. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, you can get a list of all of their supplies on their character sheet.
Just feels so
Okay.
wrong to
Luke the
rummage
Dead,
their body.
Yeah. Well, with
You're busy anyway.
Savage.
with the rooms appearing to be clear, I turn back into my Quentin form, which I believe would still have only one hit point.
Yep, you still have a max hit point of 1. The north wall has collapsed in the room. You notice, and there's an axe that lies in the northeast corner of the room. But other than that, the room does look clear. You can see that there's a we'll scroll up a little. If you go, you're looking up and you can see another portcullis to the north. To the northwest, you can see that there is a door. Which door is that? That is a wooden door. And then to the south, there's the portcullis that you guys came through, and then there's the archway that's just open.
So I'm going to move back over into here. I'm going to take a seat because I have 1 hit point and I'm exhausted and I don't know if I'm cursed or what.
Okay.
But guys, I don't think this went very well. We might want to head back and regroup.
I agree.
I don't think I can continue on.
I agree. Well, I'm concentrating. Never mind.
I mean, when concentrating, you can still cast other spells, so I imagine you can still have a conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm spent. My spells are pretty spent. It might be a good idea to head back home and try and get a good rest.
And that wraith or whatever really put us through the ringer.
All right, I'm near you when you cast your spell. Do I get healed too?
Yeah, I can heal up to 6 creatures, so everybody's gonna get some heals.
Don't matter with me. My max hit point's 1.
It's like he didn't even get hit. He's at full HP.
Wow, Quentin.
And my what you calls it? I'm out of wild shape, so we would need to take a short rest for me to get those back.
I think we should just head home and, regroup.
Do you get your wild shapes back on short rests?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. I thought it was a long rest. That's way better.
Yep, short rest for the wild shapes.
That's cool. Okay. All right, 10 minutes has passed. What kind of healing are we looking at?
Let me double check one thing. But we're looking at 2d8 plus spell casting ability modifier, and I'm just double checking on the life domain to make sure that I have it right. It is plus or 2 plus the spells level. Okay, so 2d8 plus 5 plus 4. So everybody's getting 15 healing.
I feel
Back at max.
great.
Which means the elf's back on his feet again. The lights are back on, but I'm not sure anybody's home at the moment.
Daphne died.
You know, in the back of her mind, Calamity is thinking, you know, for a change, I didn't hit the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we had two of us almost die, and one of them did die, but at least the bar didn't go.
Out of character is Master Froggy 8th
Is
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
While he's doing all this and whatnot, I will play a song of rest, see if it helps any, just
Okay.
while we're gathering and what.
Are you guys planning on taking a rest?
Is Thorin able to use his like healer's kit to determine whether I'm poisoned or cursed or what's going on with this?
I don't think Thorin has a healer's kit.
I thought as a cleric he would.
No. I took the explorer's pack.
You could make a history check, see if you know what it is, what's going on. Or someone could make a medicine check to see if they can analyze you.
What is my medicine skill?
I can do a medicine check on.
And Calamity, is that history or medicine?
It says medicine.
Oh, it does say medicine. I just missed that. Okay. You can't see, it seemed to tell. You can't even really see much of a wound from the wraith on him.
I don't really see much of a wound. I can't tell what's going on if somebody more experienced than I wants to check it out.
Let's take a peek at it.
All right. Yeah, you've heard of this, Thorin. You're aware of this. It's not permanent, but it does take a long rest in order to restore the hit points.
Quentin, you lucked out. It's not permanent, but you definitely need some rest. You're gonna need a good hard sleep.
So we should head back to town.
We should most definitely get you back.
I think in honor of our fallen comrade, given that they were, raised as a ranger, we might want to bury them in a forest.
Why don't we bring them back to town with us?
Yeah.
Or, then we can bury them in the forest.
I think taking it back to town would only lower the morale.
It would serve as a damn good warning. We keep telling people the area is dark and full of terror.
I think him not being in the camp alone is enough of a warning. Well, I don't want to cart him all the way back to town. Let's just bury him in the forest and pay our respects.
Well, how far is the forest?
A ways. The nearest forest was over by the lake, where we fought the wolves.
You guys would know that you can see some forest from town.
Yeah, see, so if we take his body back to town and then to the forest after a rest, then we can bury him in the forest. And not be like carting all the way around town just to get to the forest.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you guys up and moving?
I'm gonna check to see if I can. Wait, no. Thorin pretty much obliterated that eyeball, didn't he?
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
smashed and squished.
Is there anything harvestable from the body?
You can try.
Do you want me to do a perception? perception or?
No, that's going to be a nature check to see if you can get anything off of this thing. All right. Well, with that, with the 23, nope, the 17. I mean, you could probably get some of its claws, but a lot of its claws were broken when fighting you guys and scratching and clawing at you. You might be able to get a tooth, but they're not very big, so it doesn't look like there's a whole lot you could take off of this thing that hasn't been already destroyed, mutilated, broken, or smashed.
Emphasis on the
Smashed.
Mashurama. Did anybody recognize what that eyeball creature was? It made me so uncomfortable.
Well, there's no finding out now since it's pretty much a pancake after Thorn got a hold of him.
Mm-hmm. Between being ripped to shreds and bitten by tigers and hammers coming down on it, let alone the multiple arrows that were shot at it before your fallen comrade fell.
Are you sure you didn't just fall on it, Thorn? I mean, it looks like quite a bit of damage for that tiny hammer.
Listen, Elf. I saved your life. I can take it just as easy. It's enough out of you.
I'm not saying I'm ungrateful, but I mean, at least take it back.
I'll leave you lying on the ground next time.
While they're sitting there squabbling, I get up and I start making my way back towards the entrance.
I help Quentin and see if he'll help drag the body.
Yeah, I help bring our comrade back to town.
Okay.
Oi, Elf. We're moving.
So there was nothing else on the other corpses, right?
Yes. Are you asking me?
Yes.
You guys didn't check, so from here it's hard to tell.
It's not worth checking.
I will say the wraith, though, there was no body. It just faded into nothing.
I just didn't remember the other creature, and I didn't see its body, so.
It was a ghoul.
Yeah, just a basic ghoul.
All right.
Ghouls type galaxy.
With that, you guys exit the cave. And it is late in the evening. Actually, with how long you've been in there, it's probably more like 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon.
Look around for the eagle. Is he out there?
No.
Well, let's use those stairs that are a quick trip back to town and get this done.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know where those stairs are, so you very easily take them all the way down and have no issue finding your way back to town.
Well, I require a long rest before we decide to do anything with the funeral.
We can't just leave his body laying in the middle of town.
Take it to the church.
We're gonna hold a ceremony.
I think it's only fitting.
Kind of an adventurer's funeral. But first, let's take a long rest, and we'll do that in the morning.
I agree.
So we're gonna leave it at Thorn's church.
I'll take care of cleaning up the body.
The brothel has a cold storage that would probably be better. Because a lot of places with kitchens, they would be double as cold storage for temporary storage of bodies until a funeral could happen.
Yeah, but it needs to be cleaned up before it comes into the cold storage at my brothel. Too bad Corona's not around. We can't borrow her handcart.
I'll pick up Sylvia's body and head back to the temple to start cleaning up her body.
Okay.
In preparation for funeral.
Okay.
Not quite sure where the temple is, but
Just pick a building.
Pick a building.
we're gonna say this one.
Great.
My house, which will be this tiny little one right here.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna call this the end.
I lay out food for the strays and talk to my pet mouse before I lay down for a nap.
Okay. All right. It is by the time you get back to town, it's probably 8 or 9 in the evening. So it sounds like you guys are laying down for a long rest, yeah?
Before we do so,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go to wherever the town elders would be and report the death of fallen comrade.
Okay. You do so.
And let them know that we're going to be having a funeral the following day for Sylvia.
All right. The announcement is said in town square for all to hear.
We're gonna see if any of the other players want to join us.
All right. Well, they've been told, so they didn't schedule to play right now, though, so they may or may not jump in.
If they do, they do. If they don't, you know. Do we want to take a real life break?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think now's a good time to take like a quick 5-minute break. Stand up, stretch, use the restroom.
Make sure kids actually in bed.
All
I'll be right back.
right.
Hello, stream. How is everybody tonight? As we take this quick little intermission, how is everybody doing? All of you wonderful, beautiful lurkers out there.
All right. Perfect. Well, for anyone who's watching on Twitch or on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're at, we would love to have you join our campaign. It'd be a lot of fun to see you guys join in and play with us. Hopefully not have your character down like Master Froggy's, which really sad. It's the first death we've had in our tiny little town. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them up in chat. Right now, we're working on a system where we could have people in chat, our viewers, be able to interact with us, maybe by the number of viewers or by chat or whatever, deciding some events that happen in the world or engaging in the world in some sort. And so we're really excited to start making this a thing. This is the first time that I've actually streamed the D&D campaign. We've got multiple people streaming.
One hit point away.
Yeah, we've got multiple people who are streaming, and so you can check it out on Jen Kirby. You can check it out with Super 33. There's a few of us that are posting different angles of the story. We have 3 different DMs and a big world, so we would love to have you join in. Feel free, use the command, as you see Lady Kit just did, command, it's the ! Last Hope, and it will give you to the document that tells you everything you need to join our campaign. We're hoping to get it up to about 30 people.
Did you see the way that Wraith drank her like blueberry juice?
Yeah, it was, that was
Yeah.
something.
Why blueberry?
Because she was a drow?
That's racist.
Could have gone with grape.
Yeah, but I was sticking with the whole dark elf blueberry thing.
So, I think my wisdom spell attack bonus is wrong.
Okay. What do you think you have wrong about it?
Do what?
I think
Sorry, what do you think you have wrong about it?
I think it should be 7 instead of 5.
Okay, what's your, that sounds high. What's your spell attack number?
So, I mean,
Or your, you said your spell attack bonus. So it's going to be proficiency, which is +2, plus your spell casting ability.
which would be wisdom, right?
Yes, and what's your wisdom?
So, my wisdom is +5.
Wow, you have a 20 on wisdom?
No. Okay, no, my wisdom is +3.
Okay.
Never mind.
Your
I see
wisdom
why now.
saving throw is +5 because you have
Yes.
proficiency in it.
Right. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, it's already calculated. My bad. I was looking over stuff because I wanted to see if I had the option for a battle axe or not, and just came across the spell attack modifier. I was like, wait, that looks wrong, but now it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, is everybody back?
Yes, but I need one more moment.
Okay. We can give you an extra moment.
And a battle axe wouldn't be a bad idea.
Sorry, trying to order pizza.
You dwarves and your axes.
My wife made me some pizza. I've been slowly eating it as I'm going through the night.
If we were
Alright,
going to
so-
take like a 15-minute break, and I would have actually run to pick up food. But I was like, we're taking a 5-minute break.
Oh wow! A whole big old bottle of juice. Thank you. All right. Well, with that long rest, everybody gets their everything's back. You get all your hit points back that have been reduced from you. They all return.
I forgot to look around to see if there was some arrows for me to. Oh well. Hindsight's 2020 when you're back in town.
Yeah. All right. Everybody ready now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Snow, you good to go?
Oh, yes, I am.
What about you, Kit?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect. It is morning time. You've regained your spell slots. You've regained your HPs. What do? Snow's still the leader of this group.
I say we gather at the edge of town and head towards the forest.
Do we want to hold the ceremony in town and then take the body out for burial?
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
That way,
Okay.
the citizens feel safer during the ceremony.
Yeah. So we moved to the little square here at the edge.
Okay. All right. For the ceremony, do you have things to say, or?
Sylvia, I will write you a song, and you will live on in immortality.
We're all very saddened by the loss of Sylvia, who gave their life in defense of the rest of us.
It's remorseful to think that we have lost someone that decided to adventure outside the walls. Though she knew the risk, she still adventured out with us.
Didn't get a very good chance to get to know her, and I'm very saddened that I'm never going to.
Wonderful.
With honor, we bury you from the camp of Last Hope and the woods where you were raised.
Hey, thanks for following, Zarstein. Well, the leader of the town gets up and he says, as sad as it is to see one go, this isn't the first that we've lost, and I imagine it won't be the last. It's sad to see a life so young taken so quickly, but there's a reason why we haven't left this town in over 50 years. And although it's becoming more manageable out there, her braveness will never be forgotten about, and we appreciate all that she had done. It could have just as easily been anyone, but alas, it wasn't anyone. It was Sylvia. Okay.
And while he's giving his speech, Calamity starts having a few issues recalling how her brother died, and could this be her fault in some way too?
Great. At this point, do you guys take the body back to the forest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You do so. Do you plan to dig a hole? How long do you plan on spending out there?
Yes, we're gonna dig a hole, but let's have somebody keep watch. I mean, I'm the weakest out of all of us. I should probably keep watch.
I have an 8 for strength, so I'm pretty weak myself.
Looks like it's you and me, dwarf. We're digging a hole.
Let's get to digging.
All right. You have shovels, or are you just using your hands?
I suppose I could turn into a dire wolf and help dig.
I don't think I have a shovel.
I asked to borrow a shovel from the town elder as we leave.
Yeah, he hands you one.
I do as well.
Yeah, he gives you one as well.
I hand it to Thorin. Thorin, you now have a shovel.
Thank you.
But you have a human-sized shovel that's like taller than you are.
All right.
All right. So who's on watch?
I
I'll
am,
take
as well
first.
as. Well, we can both watch. You watch from one way, I'll watch from the other.
All right, that means you both get to make a perception check.
Do you need us to do strength checks for the hole?
No, just imagine you'll dig it. Strong or not.
Hey, watch where you're throwing dirt, dwarf.
Okay.
An oversized shovel. What do you expect?
With you guys keeping your eyes out and looking for anything, you do hear some creatures out in the distance, but nothing that comes towards you. The hole is dug.
I'm gonna
Check
climb
the
in the
body.
hole.
Okay, what are you checking the body for?
Anything I might have missed the first time around.
Okay. Is she still wearing clothes, or are you putting a naked body in the hole?
I don't know, Kirby. Did you leave on the clothes or?
Left her clothed. Clothed, but not armored.
Okay. So with that, she would be wearing just common clothes, kind of ratty, beat up, cloth wrapped around her body, and that's it.
Any kind of symbol or necklace or anything?
None that I'm aware of. Let me double check though. And Sylvia's character sheet looks a lot different than it does the last time I was here. Let's see. Blue eyes, silvery hair, pale purple skin. That's about it. No tattoos or scars of note.
But there's a turquoise necklace.
There is a turquoise necklace. You probably would have got that off the body the first time you were taking stuff off the body, though.
I'm going to pull out that turquoise necklace and post it on, like, if we do a cross or some kind of, cairn type.
Hang it on a branch over the body or something.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, you do so.
I climb into the hole for them to lower the body down to me.
Okay.
we're not just gonna like roll Sylvia just right into the hole.
And plop.
I
Thanks,
switch
Hannah.
places with either Quentin or Calamity to lower the body in. My
Okay.
short, stubby arms aren't going to be much help.
Fair. Closer to the ground already. That might help.
Yeah, but not much reach down on the bottom side.
Right. You place the body in the hole, and I imagine you cover the body with dirt.
Correct.
I'm actually gonna take one of the fruitlings that I got from the sacred tree
Okay.
and place it in Sylvia's hands before we cover her with dirt.
Okay. Great. Oh, there was also a ring that I imagine you would have put on that tree branch as well.
No, just a necklace. I'll keep the ring.
Okay. Great. The body is covered. Now what?
All right.
I guess back to town, right?
Yeah, I guess we should probably go have a drink. You know, toasted her.
I agree.
Okay. You make it back to town, no problem. And I think with that, that's probably a good place to call it for tonight.
Yeah, I'll agree.
I agree.
There's a lot to dissect, and those write-ups are going to be interesting. They will only be a max of 4, even though we had 5 people go out. So, with that, anybody want to buy or sell anything here in town?
I'll spend 1 gold and buy up my rations back to 5.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Have we seen any sight of the eagle, or is that gonna be saved for later?
You haven't seen the eagle.
That's rich. Worth a check.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So no one looking to buy or sell anything.
Back to my earlier question that I whispered to you. Is there a enchanter in town?
There's not really an enchant. I mean, there's someone who will take stuff that you have and do their best to either apply some kind of magic towards it. It's expensive, but there is someone there who can do their best to try to make something happen.
I'm gonna go see them.
Okay. And what would you like them to do?
I gotta look up what the attributes that we can apply to weapons are.
Yeah.
Which section would that be under for the player's hand?
I don't know if it's in the player's handbook what can be enchanted. If it is, I don't know where to look. While you're looking that up, Anybody else?
I think I'm good.
Same.
All right, so let's figure out the experience gained from the party. You were only out for a day. You got back at sunset, left at sunrise. Let's see. You each get 600 experience. And for what it's worth, a wraith is supposed to be taken down by a party of level 5 characters.
Well then.
But that's also why he got 600 experience.
That probably could have went a lot different had I not used a necrotic spell to begin with.
Could have gone a lot different if a lot of people did a lot of different things. With 600 experience, did anybody level up?
Nope. We'll all need one more trip, probably.
Okay.
The 4 of us are literally on the exact same XP path.
Yeah, we all need 550 XP to
level up. Okay. Oh, I've got this written on here twice.
Yes, you're right. 450 left to level up.
Okay.
I don't even want to know how much the gap's going to be between 4 and 5.
It's a lot. It almost triples
yeah.
each time.
It was like 3 trips for this, 2 trips. It's going to end up being 3 trips, I think, for this level. From 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Yeah, it's going to be 3 trips basically if our experience holds through.
Okay, so let's see. For completing the session, we have Calamity gets a hero token, Thorin, Quentin, and Ralaquin. Sylvia did not finish the session, but Master Froggy gets to keep the 2 available hero tokens. So let's see. Ralaquin, who would you like to give your extra hero token to?
I'm gonna give it to Thorin.
To Thorin, okay. Quentin, who would you like to give your extra hero token to?
I will also give mine to Thorin.
Thorin, who would you like to give your extra hero token to?
Calamity.
To Calamity. And Calamity, who would you like to give it to?
Quentin.
To Quentin. Fantastic. All right. With that, that puts. See, Calamity has 2 tokens, Thorin has 3, Quentin has 3, and Ralaquin has 1.
How much does the town have?
Donated to the town has been 26, but if you take donated and what's not donated, you guys have 47.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I have to argue a moment with you.
Okay.
I never got mine for writing my song. I thought he gave it to me, but you just gave me 2. 1 from myself for being there, 1 from Thorin. So I should have had 1 that I hadn't donated that I got for writing the song.
I think it was a 1 and I marked it as a 1 again. So thank you for that. But yeah,
And then
so
I'll
that
donate
puts
all
you at
3 of
3.
mine to the town.
Okay.
I'll donate my 3 as well.
I'll donate all mine to the town as well.
Okay.
I as well.
Okay. Zero, 0, 0, and 0. That puts 35 donated to the town so far. And 13 between some of the players. And then 48 tokens total. Remember, if you do a write-up, the write-up can be extensive and multiple pages long. The write-up could be 1 or 2 paragraphs, just summarizing what happened over the last 3 hours. That way people who were not available to join us today know what happened. And there was a lot that happened. So I would suggest doing that. Also, if you want to update anything on the job board, if you want to update anything on the map, and if there's anything you want to sell on the buy, sell loot board, you might have some supplies there that you want to sell to other players. So,
what was the name of the one-eyed monster?
Of the one-eyed monster?
Yep.
A Nothic. Nothic.
Nothic. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And again, you get an extra hero token when you do that write-up, which if 2 of you do a write-up and then convince the whole town to donate their tokens, that would give you guys 50 hero tokens to do something with. Just a thought. All right. Well, any other last questions for me?
Would writing a song about Sylvia's death be counted as what happened?
I could count it. You'll probably want to put a little bit more, maybe a second song about the rest of the adventure for people. But I'd probably count it if you just did the one. That's still talking about what happened, so I'm fine with it. It doesn't have to be very extensive. Go ahead.
In order to do a basically create magic item, which is the section to look under, it's 50 gold, caster level, and spell level in order to enchant an item.
Oh, fantastic. I'll have a better answer next time we play. I will read that chapter.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing that to my attention. What page is that on?
I have to look it again because I just closed it.
Oh, okay.
Give me just one moment.
Yeah.
On my last adventure, I got a griffin's claw as loot. And it wasn't really worth selling it. Is there anything that it can be crafted into?
What would you like to craft it into? It's a large bird claw.
I don't know. Is there somewhere that I could look that would have specific options as to what it could potentially be turned into? Or is it up to my imagination, and if it's DM approved, then it's DM approved?
Mostly that. Your imagination and DM approval.
Sure.
The other thing you could do is you could just pawn it off on the buy sell sheet and see if somebody else wants it. If your imagination doesn't come up with something great, maybe they'd pay you for it because theirs does.
Okay. But I mean, theoretically, so if it's a griffin claw, I'm assuming it has more than one talent.
Yeah, I'd imagine a griffin has at least 3.
I was going to say, would it be safe to assume probably 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Would it be brittle?
Probably. I mean, strong enough that they could claw open flesh, but it's not really going to do much against armor or stone.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. Well, with our first death there in Last Hope, and unfortunately, I'm sure not our last death here in Last Hope, it's going to potentially change the way everyone moves moving forward, the way they think about the battles. It was scary and unfortunate, but I'm excited to see your guys' write-ups, and if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the Discord. Master Froggy, you will be missed. I'm sure you'll come back with a new character.
I sure hope so.
Oh yeah, he already said that he was going to. I sent him a DM asking how he would like us to handle his body.
There you go.
That was kind of a little metagaming, but not really.
Yeah, that's something I'm okay with. All
I
right.
didn't just want to leave it in the dungeon.
Yeah, just there it is. All right, guys, cool. Well, great session. If you have any questions, reach out to me.
Yep,
All right.
appreciate it, McFuddy. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome session.
Thanks, guys.
Side question.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because we took part in tonight's event, does that disqualify us from being able to take part in tomorrow's?
No,
Seeing
but
as-
nobody's set up a tomorrow is the problem.
Yeah, there was only ever 2 people, and it never got committed.
Yep.
Given your availability.
Yeah, I could probably put it through if you guys get it done tonight.
Okay, I just wanted to go ahead and ask because
Yeah.
I know we have the rule that specifies 3 days minimum. So
Yeah, I've got about a week and a half, and then my schedule goes to nothing for a week, and then it'll be once or twice a week. So I'm okay with it.
Is there a limit on how many times we can run, or how often?
You can only play as often as you have a DM and a party. So if you wanted to set up this session and one for tomorrow earlier this week, you could have, and then let's say Master Froggy had done that, then tomorrow he would just have a different character he'd be bringing.
But he'd also have to submit and get it approved.
Yeah, I'm sure he's halfway done with a new character already.
I'm sure.
It only takes me about 30 seconds of playing a character before I have another character in mind.
I already have another one made and waiting.
Save.
Yeah.
Had ideas for about 4 more.
Yep.
I have
Okay.
ideas of what I want to do next, so.
That brings up the one question that I just wanted to clarify for everybody. And that is, if we schedule like we scheduled for tonight, could we have 3 days ago scheduled another one for tomorrow, not knowing if we die or not? Or should we wait until we complete an adventure and then put in again like we have been?
Yeah, I'm okay with you having scheduled multiple back to back. Again, you might have a different character than you were planning on bringing to the second session, but you can definitely schedule multiple in advance. That's fine. I'm fine with that. The great thing about the way this setup works is the people who want to play all the time can play all the time, and the people who can only play once in a while play once in a while.
How's everybody's availability looking for tomorrow?
That should be good.
Same time?
Barring any
Same time, I
unfortunate
should be good.
circumstances. Yeah, same.
Yeah, if it's the same time that we started today, then yeah, I have no problem. What about you, Kit?
I could make it tomorrow.
I know there's also already at least 2 other people in the Discord hoping to play tomorrow, so keep that in mind too.
Oh yeah, we can't have too many people.
Yeah, no, 1 to 5. I can sit a session out. You guys can go without me.
No, I think I better sit a session out. You go ahead.
We can iron out the
We'll
details.
discuss it.
Yeah.
We'll iron it out and not keep you anymore.
All right. Perfect, guys. Reach out to me with more questions.
All right, we'll do.
Thanks, McFuddy. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Get
you
some
again.
rest. Yeah.
And you're savage for killing us.
I know. I feel so bad.
Throwing a level 5 creature at us. Oh my god.
You went into his lair after seeing him before.
be honest, I didn't even want to fight him. I wanted to explore the other doors, see what else awaited us. I believe it was snow that provoked it.
No, it was bashing on the door already just by seeing us.
It was
contained.
contained. It was contained. We did not have to do anything with it. You pissed it off, and it got enraged and smashed the porch.
It was bashing on the door when I cast the flame orb. It was already coming.
Well, everybody who's on Facebook or everybody who's on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you're watching this, thanks so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching as we did playing. And if not, join us. Jump into the Discord and be part of our group. You can use the command ! Last Hope, and you'll be able to join our campaign. As you can see, we at least have one opening. We'd like to get to 30 players. We have about 10. So please join us, and we're really excited for where this is headed. And other than that, have a great night. Bye, everybody.